Yo, this is Deontay the Bronx Bummer Wild, the WBC heavyweight champion of the world. And I'd like to give a big shout out to CJ Goodfella, Sports TV. Bomb Squad, baby.
All right, man, we back. Goodfella Sports TV. Make sure you hit that subscribe button, bell icon button, share the video. Erislandy Lara fights tonight, if you didn't know, versus Greg Venenti, kid out of Massachusetts who ain't shit. I'll tell you that right now. I don't think he got a chance, and if Lara loses to this guy tonight, it's time to hang him up. Now, Lara's no longer with Ronnie Shields. For people who don't know, he's with Ishmael Salas, the old Cuban coach. And basically, you know, he said that Jarrett Hurd ducked the rematch, and I got that confirmed. It's true, but let's talk about it. That subscribe button, bell icon button, share the video. And basically, Jarrett Hurd wants to work on his fundamentals with Coach K. So you haven't heard much from him. How they trying to turn Hurd into a technical and fundamentally sound boxer, I don't think that's going to happen. You know, Shakir Stevenson, Mikayla Fox trains with Coach K, now Efe Njabwe. I think Efe Njabwe got a better chance of transforming into a fundamental clean fighter before Jarrett Hurd. Jarrett Hurd's style is what it is. All Coach K got to do is complement that style. Jarrett Hurd ain't going to be a dude that's going to go out there and be able to box and move. It's not too late because he didn't have that many amateur fights, but he is what he is. You know, only thing you can do is assist him and tweak a little bit, tweak some things. Do some things that Robert Garcia did with Marcos Maidana. You know, give him a good jab. Show him how to hide his punches. Show him how to, you know, how you had Maidana, you know, changing that left hook to the body to a left hook upstairs. Show him how to pick and how to pick shots off, how to roll shots, and how to, you know, he's not going to go out there and be able to use his height and outbox nobody. Think about guys like Charlo who can box, just don't box no more, who been boxing his whole life. You ain't going to outbox him. You know what I'm saying? You know, just think about the Laras. You're not going to go out there and outbox Lara. He go out there and fight Austin Trout in that style. Even today, he's not going to go out there and outbox Austin Trout. And obviously, you know, they believe what they believe, that he can change, he can do some things. But I think to this point, what they trying to do a major change from what his style is being a pressure fighter. And we already know pressure fighters don't have a long shelf life. All you got to do is, you know, turn him into an intelligent pressure fighter, and that can be done. You know what I'm saying? Show him how to work the body. Show him how to turn the punches over. Show him how to, you know, just be what he already is. So I don't think it's gonna change in the way Jarrett Hurd going. I don't see him being a top dog again in the division. You know, he got beat up by J-Rock, had a bad fight, pulled out of that rematch because Coach said if he took that rematch, he couldn't train him. So, you know, right now the COVID is going to benefit him a lot as far as doing what he's doing and trying to rehaul and change some things up. I just think guys like him and Deontay Wilder, they are what they are at this point in their career. You know what I'm saying? They guys that, you know, stuck in their ways. And Jarrett Hurd last fight, he looked terrible. Terrible. You know what I'm saying? The guy punch, he balls up and go like this. He don't know how to slip and make a boxing move or do some of those things. And it's going to come. But I just don't see him, you know, staying at 54 and blossoming. I don't see him going to 160 and blossoming. You know what I'm saying? But a lot of people going to have their opinion. But I was told that he turned down that fight because he's still working on, you know, some things to become a better fighter. But I don't think that's a good fit with him and Coach K. I don't think he's going to be successful fighting the style that he's trying to teach him. But if he is, you know, he's going to be a problem because he always can turn on the turbo boosters and pressure you and get you up out of there if he needs to. But I never looked at Jarrett Hurd. As a monstrous puncher. I just looked at him as a weight bully at 154 pounds, even though it's really no such thing as a weight bully. But he's a really big 154 pounder. I just believe that, you know, his pressure and his size eventually wore on guys that he fought. You know what I'm saying? Tony Harrison, Austin Trout, Lara. But if you get another dude in there that's a dog physically like a Jamel Charlo, I just always felt that was going to be in his Achilles heel. You know what I'm saying? But, you know, at the end of the day, you would think Lara would have ambitions on moving up. Remember he was talking that shit about fighting Triple G? Like I said before, Lara's is going to be, and 154 is not even a weight class that you want to be a career 154 pounder at. You know, that's the God honest truth, man. That's not a weight class that you want to make a home base at. Middleweight, welterweight, heavyweight, 175. Those are the ones you can stay there for a career and really get some traction and build a career. Lara need to think about moving up. You know what I'm saying? All he gonna do is fight fights that already been done. You know, he fight Jamel, that'd be a good fight, but he fought Trout, he fought Canelo, he fought Hurd. You know, what he gonna fight? Tony Harrison, Erickson Lubin. I heard turn that fight down too. Well, Erislandy Lara, because neither one of them have a southpaw. And at this point for Lara, it's either retire or move up to 160. I don't want to see him fight no 54 pounders, except for Jamel Charlo, maybe Erickson Lubin. And I'm really iffy on that one. I think that'd be a solid fight. But, you know, at this point, you know, you trying to rematch everybody. You fighting the Greg Venentes, and in his contract, they said, well, Lawrence Williams said that he has to be the main event. You know, Lara just need to get up out of there, man. You know what I mean? You done fought Paul Williams. You done fought Carlos Molina. How about just go to 160 and try some things? You know, you and Demetrius Andrade had some words. He got a belt. He ain't got nobody to fight. You fight for regular belts and IBO belts. Like, get the hell up out of here. You know, go up there at 160 and beat up Demetrius Andrade and be a legend. I mean, you can fight Big Jamal Charlo at 160. You know what I'm saying? He can be outboxed. You seen what Matt Korobov do. You just as good a fighter as Matt Korobov, if not better. I mean, shit, Canelo ain't gonna give you a fight. You know, Triple G ain't gonna fight nobody like you. So, you know, he can go up to 160 and perhaps get a title and fight one of them dudes. You got the Falcor brother. You got Ryota Murata. You got guys up there, and it's not really a dangerous division right now. I mean, shit, Danny Jacobs just left. You and Danny Jacobs would have been a good winnable fight. Jacobs got size and power, but he ain't got nowhere near the skills of Erislandy Lara. Lara is still thinking small. You know what I'm saying? You ain't going to become no fucking legend or no true legend by fighting at 154. You know, that's just like a division that you just passed through. You know, you drive through a state and you don't stop at the small little hick towns. You trying to get to, you know, New York City. You know, you trying to get to LA. You know, you trying to get to Dallas. You trying to get to, you know, Miami. You ain't trying to stop at Ocala. You feel me? No offense to Ocala, I've been there, but you ain't trying to stop there. So my whole thing is, you know, I understand why Jarrett Hurd don't want that fight. You know, it means nothing. You don't get a title. The payday is probably okay. The only thing you can do is go down. Now, if Lara go out there and get 2 titles and he get 1, then it makes sense. You know what I'm saying? But to be honest, it means nothing. You know, it's kind of like Chocolito and Juan Estrada. Estrada want to fight. Chocolito said, I beat you already. He said, all right, give me $1 million and I'll fight you again. They don't give $1 million. It ain't worth my time. I beat you convincingly. You know, Jarrett Hurd and Lara fight was close, but he knocked him down. Like, why am I looking back? You know, Lara on my resume, he already on my resume. Beating Lara twice ain't going to do nothing for me. It's high risk, low reward. You know, and that's what it is. High risk, low reward. At the end of the day, you know, Lara is a difficult fighter, but he's a boring fighter. You know, is Lara a Hall of Famer? I mean, that's up to you guys. There's a lot of dudes in the Hall of Fame that don't deserve to be in the Hall of Fame. You know, so, I mean, if I'm Jarrett Hurd, I don't consider this a duck. I beat your ass. Can you duck somebody that you beat? Unless it's like Rolly, utter robbery. Can you duck somebody that you really beat on? I mean, come on, he beat you. Lara, you had your chance to win the fight. I thought Lara won the fight. He lost. Jarrett Hurd trying to improve himself, go on to bigger and better things, but that's been a narrative during this pandemic for Premier Boxing Champions. The narrative has been guys like Sean Porter tried to fight Keith Thurman. Guys like Josito Lopez trying to fight Sean Porter. They both said no. Keith Thurman said no. Sean said no. You know what I'm saying? It's been hard for them to make these fights. It's been really, really hard for these dudes to make these fights. And, you know, that's why PBC Fox schedule looks so bad. It's amazing how the Showtime schedule looked, because to get Goucher and Lubin, which was already agreed on, it fell out at some point. Goucher got injured. You know, and then you put 2 guys on pay-per-view, Dervinchenko and Rosario taking on the Charlo twins, and Javante and Leo. I mean, they got some really good fights. Oblali, Donier, Colbert is also on the Showtime card. The IBF interim welterweight showdown between Lipinets and Qdoba. I mean, it's some good fights on there, but they really can't get those key fights. You know what I'm saying? But, you know, from Jarrett Hurd, I'm not looking at Lara. Lara need to be thinking about moving up and doing bigger and better things throughout his career, in my opinion, man. He need to be looking to move up 160, fight Andrade, fight Jamal, and get ready to close out his career and trying to be a 2-division champion and snap his way at least into the International Boxing Hall of Fame. So, hey, let me know what you guys think. I don't consider her a duck. I mean, Jarrett Hurd trying to work on himself, but I just think Jarrett Hurd has reached the pinnacle of his career. I just don't see him and Coach K, the way they trying to get him to fight. I don't see that working out. I don't see him. He might grab a world title, but he's not going to be the best of the division. He's not going to be top dog again, in my opinion. Hopefully I'm wrong, but, you know, it is what it is, babe. Let me know what you guys think. And Lara need to move up and step out of this 154 comfort zone to go try to chase greatness, to put the cherry on top of his career. Man, put the cake, the icing and cherry on top of his career. But let me know what you guys think. Don't forget we on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. Reach out if you have a business question, inquiry, sponsorship, video request. Keep sharing the videos. Want to make a donation to the channel? Cash App, CJ Good 313. PayPal link in the description. Best way to donate is share the video one time for the one time. Don't forget to check out our boxing news playlist for more videos like this. We gone.